Well, I fumbled the big bag. I seem to have temporarily lost contact with my building key. That's right, ladies and non-binary people. Sorry, if you're a man, read the patch notes. They just patched out the class. It's been obsolete in the meta for a while now, but yeah, you got to adapt. So I have fully lost the key to my building. I am now stuck inside of my apartment. If anybody makes a Bo Burnham comparison, I'll tear them apart like a titan and level their hometown. I think I left it somewhere in the nuclear waste repository that is my room, but it also could have been stolen by the hyper-intelligent mice who live in my apartment. I knew I shouldn't have read them Tolstoy. It also could have been stolen by the human-sized cockroaches who appear in my dream and tell me to read Kafka and wait for a rude awakening. Or my roommate who keeps telling me to read their newsletter eviction notice and wait for the landlord's troops to turn me into silt. Regardless of how this key seems to have escaped me, I've been spending the last week and a half not able to leave this apartment when I please. Not that I have anywhere to go. The last party I was invited to was my first communion. There have been unintentional consequences to this isolation, though. The first is this week alone, I've forgotten to do laundry for the last month. Which actually might be a me problem, and not a key thing. The second is my landlord is upset with me, and he's taking away my Nintendo privileges after 10 p.m. And the third problem is, something happened to my psyche, I think.
I can't help but wait for the summer, waiting for the kiss of the sun, 'cause no one's over under feelings open, kind of blunt. So send a letter saying it's alright, I'll be the one to hold you through the night. So send a letter saying it's alright, I'll be the one to hold you through the night.
This video has to be out in like 40 hours. That's fine. Hello, welcome back to God's Birdcage. Tear up the newspapers. What do you have to lose but your chains? Look deep within. Don't you just want to lose your fucking mind sometimes? I'm gonna mark that down as a probably. Doesn't the daily monotony just make you want to bang on the glass at the researchers? Scream a little bit, if that suits you. Psychiatrists hate her. Psychologists love her. Learn how one woman has been saving money by forgetting to take her antidepressants for the past 2 months. I don't even know where the fuck they are. They're supposed to be like on this desk. What am I talking about? Commentary? What, a genre? A term? An expression of opinions or offering of explanations about an event or situation? Who's to say? The last one is to say that was the definition. If it is a genre, it's the one that I've most closely associated myself with on my own YouTube channel. Whatever I do on this channel, it is a natural extension of the things that creators like Drew Gooden, Danny Gonzalez, Jarvis Johnson, etc. have been doing for months, years, even multiple years before me. But what are the defining features of commentary? Commentary? I'd hope. Comedy, sketches, feigned confusion, having blue eyes and the facial structure of a confrontational child in the least insulting way possible. I'd argue that these creators share all of those traits plus 2 extra ones. The first one is that I love all of these guys and their videos, and they hold a sort of special place in my heart. And the second is that they've made so many videos on life hacks that it's almost fucking absurd. I say life hack, but I mean life hack adjacent. You know, those weird, like, crafts, tips, and tricks, prank channels that all purport to deliver knowledge or advice, but deliver nothing of the sort. I mean, this content sells, though. If you take a look at a content creator like Danny Gonzalez, great guy, life hack or like troom crafts, prank adjacent content makes up like a 12th of his total views on the channel, almost 80 million views. That is not minute because he has almost 1 billion views total. That's almost everybody on Earth if you forget 6 billion of them, or however many would be left over. What's the population? It is almost 8 billion. You know, at what point is it like too much? Right? Like, what point do we step back and we say, hey, I'm not meeting any new kids. If you have them, that's fine, but like 15 meters from me, minimum, I'm gonna need a restraining order against any people under 10. Not in like a weird anti-natalist or eco-fascist way, but more so in the way that like, hey, kids are mean and they grab my arm really hard, and that reminds me of how low I stand on the food chain. I don't like being reminded of that. I know that they can run around in circles really fast, and then you're like, okay, I'll play fight with them, and then they just beat the shit out of you, and you like wake up in a bathtub full of ice. But I don't dislike children. I'm scared of them. I'm scared of children. I feel like maybe adult humans lost something in the transition from childhood to adulthood, because it feels like children have inhuman strength. Like a baby grabbing anything on your being. It's like a silverback gorilla just like throttling. I'm getting off topic. Anyways, life hacks. What are they about? What makes them tick? Fuck if I know. Hello audience, my name is Ron Ramden. Welcome back to my content emporium. Are you comfortable, disheveled, thirsty? I could not care less. Life hacks. They're probably one of the most fucked up parts of the internet, aside from beheading videos and the Mr. Beast Burger app. I don't know if it has an app. Just Mr. Beast Burger, maybe, generally. Yeah, aren't life hacks weird? Really silly. I think it's odd how sometimes they present a problem that takes very little time, and they present a task that takes a lot more time than that, and it uses odd household and or like tool shop goods or tools. I was going to try life hacks because I thought it would be funny to, I don't know, stick a straw in a lemon and be like, wait, I should have just bought lemonade. But I am locked in my apartment right now, and my roommate refused to buy my shopping list for me, so here we are. Hi, welcome back to my channel. I am Ro Ramden for now, and if you subscribe right now, I will become the first black hat life hacker. Every single one of my life hacks will make mustard gas or asbestos, and I will not be responsible for any damages. How are you all doing today? I'm feeling like my Gemini isn't Gemini. Is that allowed? I don't know astronomy. I've never even used a telescope. Fucking stupid joke. YouTube, the Superman to Vimeo's Lex Luthor as a platform is many things. School, for children whose parents are two iPads in a trench coat pretending to raise a child. Community, for 65-year-olds who search up songs from their youth so that they can comment shit like, my husband and I danced our first heteroerotic dance to this at Gino's Hamburgers outdoor movie. Sure, I was 15 and he was 700, but I think love transcends age. I was dating Alucard from Symphony of the Night. You know, the Castlevania game? What was I on? YouTube is things for people. Camaraderie, for lonely bisexuals who can't figure out why their college clubs aren't helping them make acquaintances. Just give it up and make friends on DeviantArt. There are only so many messy-haired white sophomores in geometrically patterned sweaters with rimmed glasses you can flirt with before everything becomes a blur of vapid and meaningless nonsense. I am trying to save you. No, I can't even claim that. I'm a fucking dumbass. This platform that you watch my strange, gay little movies and oddities on generates over 300 billion hours of watch time a year, which is actually still shorter than the first time you watched Blade Runner 2049 in that damp, frigid cave of a theater. Alternative joke there, it's still shorter than the One Piece manga. My friend reads One Piece, he's like seen all of it and like read all of it. I need him to go to therapy with that energy. I feel like if we didn't have the Rosetta Stone and a One Piece fan just picked up a piece of Sanskrit, fucking 20 minutes in, every single character translated, you know. This stupid metatastic cursive website has, for better or for worse, filled my mind up with ideas, to quote McDonald's spokesperson Travis Scott. But although YouTubers like myself and the Carl's Jr. official YouTube are the soul of this website, and users like Mr. Beast and ShoeNice22 are the heart of this website, what is the brain? Well, silly viewer, unable to think critically or explore any ideas through your own volition, whilst developing your motor function by picking up Cheerios, the brain is the algorithm. YouTube is our generation's monolith, but instead of offering us tools so that our monkey brains can finally build armoires, we are given life hacks. Listen, I hate life hacks as much as the next freak of nature, but I also hate some of my products, and life hacks offer alternatives to household goods. I was in the shower yesterday and I noticed that my conditioner says thickening ritual on it. Back in my day, we just called that a BBL. I don't know what Troom would suggest I use instead of conditioner. Maybe like placenta and blood and then use a blow dryer on it or something. All of their life hacks are the same. Yeah, life hacks are weird, yes, but like they're more upsetting than anything else. I'm not confused by them. I just get this sinking feeling in my stomach when I see them. This is incredibly lucrative content, and it just makes its money by taking the time of unsuspecting onlookers who were looking to save time. So that's funny, and it would be clever if it wasn't monstrous. If you've been on YouTube, then I can say this sentence and it'll make sense. Life hacks are the starting point for white children that leads them from frozen Elsa, pregnant Spider-Man, all the way to Calvin Guerra and Blair White. Does that make I don't think that makes any fucking sense. We're moving on. We're gonna move on. Hey guys, it's Ron Ramden, the sexier, gender conformist, evil alter ego. Welcome back to another video. I don't want to burn any time, so honestly, let's just get into it. I don't know what the fuck somebody else would have to say unless they were purposefully wasting your time to just pad out a script. Yeah, they'd have to be insecure about the quality or efficiency of their videos, so they just bloat them an unnecessary amount to try to distract people with entertainment. But honestly, even if a creator could tell their audience, you know, one-to-one, hey, I am putting a lot of jokes and a lot of things in between the normal sections of my video, like, in order to bloat it, because I feel like I don't have enough things to say in the amount of time, and I want to entertain you the whole time. So, you know, you should look out for that. You know, would the audience even notice that, right? I don't know. Could they notice? Is an audience competent enough to do that? You tell me. After smashing that like button and that subscribe button and ringing that notification bell like you're in Spider-Man 3, baby. Life hacks. What are they? Where did they come from? And what consequences of them do we face today? A life hack, as defined by tenured professor Google Search, is a strategy or technique adopted in order to manage one's time and daily activities in a more efficient way. Some say that the first life hack was Adam removing his ribs so that Eve could go get some more fruit while he was hanging out. And in that story, we can see the grim futures that life hacks can take us towards. Make sure to never life hack near or around snakes. or Lucifer. But where did life hacks start, really? Like many great etymological feats such as downstairs and YOLO, life hacks' origin was a bit of an unintentional snowball. The phrase was apparently first coined by Danny O'Brien, a British technology journalist, and let me tell you, if turnoffs had synergy, British technology journalists would unlock some sort of hidden achievement for combining those. O'Brien has written for publications like the Irish Times and Wired, but I suppose his real claim to fame at this point is his reported first use of the term life hack at the O'Reilly Emerging Technology Conference in 2004. He used the term to get answers from IT professionals at the conference about shortcuts and quality of life optimizations that they had come across, especially embarrassing ones. So life hack in its origin was not this vague, weird home improvement phrase about like duct taping a knife to your pet bird so it can cut fruit for you. It was kind of a funny term describing how one could save time by implementing maybe a workaround in a piece of code or script. Humor that I'm sure the O'Reilly Emerging Technology Conference had no idea would go double platinum with no features. Can you imagine being in that room just clocked the fuck out at a tech conference, not knowing that the linguistic Bohemian Rhapsody was being written before your eyes? Just an undisputed classic being penned right in front of an unsuspecting Microsoft employee. What I would give to be in that room and hit Danny O'Brien with a blunt object, knocking him out before he could ever utter those faithful words. Because if he hadn't uttered them, we wouldn't have to watch these videos today. Life hacks have taken a significant downturn since then, an M. Night Shyamalan filmography downturn in quality. At one point, a life hack was a helpful daily tip, something like use a Tic Tac container to store bobby pins so you don't lose them, or don't forget to pay that electricity bill, or seriously, Ro, they're most bloodthirsty when the lights are out. Do you want to take that chance again? Now life hacks have become an ongoing freeway pileup, with gallons of gasoline just fueling the white-hot fire that is already melting two Buicks into one. Life hacks have become make wine ice cubes so you don't have to pull the wine bottle out and pour it into your sauce, and every single one is just a more obtuse solution to a problem that does not exist. Like, hey, don't you hate it when your partner looks into your eyes and says that they love you? And they speak it like you're the only other person in the world, and that they truly, deeply mean it, as though they are cosmically drawn to the very core of your being, and in that moment, you felt held as you've always wanted to be held. Cradled by the earth itself, enveloped in comfort, gazing up at the stars that dust the all-embracing sky, as it feels like just for one moment the universe revolves around the two of you, and it always has. That things can be meant to be, and that life can be all— Yeah, don't you hate it when that happens? Try leaving them at the altar so they're never tempted to speak to you again. Try recording them saying that on a flip video or a Nokia phone, and then just looking at that whenever you're upset so you can keep working the sawmill job at maximum efficiency. Anyways, I hate life hacks and whatever psychology has made our 8 brains predisposed to clicking on them. 3 words. Life hacks? No. There was 3 words in the end, though. At this point, all of you know what a life hack is. It's a generic tip that has been thrown into the garbage disposal. So I figured we would just sort of react to some of these videos, but that's all. Yeah. I don't know. I think I'll have a good time watching them. I think they'll just make my stomach hurt. But hey, I don't know if there's a history to life hacks. I just assume they were outlawed in the Geneva Conventions, and the UN just sort of pretends not to see the videos now. Frankly, I don't care all that much about this. But if I see money, I'm going to be in pursuit of that money. Need for speed, hot pursuit of the bag, I guess. You see how many views these Danny Gonzalez life hacks video gets? You see these Jarvis views? Yeah, daddy. And or mommy. Parent. It's getting worse as I neutralize it. That's not normal. I figure if I boot up the right life hack video for like 30 minutes and kind of just look tastefully befuddled but retain the high ground by saying something like, who's doing this? Who asked for this? Well, I'll tell you, the developer who coded an algorithm that just sees humans as babies who like bright shapes and colors and constant mind-shattering stimulation was asked for it by a guy in a suit who probably owns your charming duplex. That's who asked, that's who delivered. If there's another facet of the question that I'm unaware of, leave it in the comments. Make sure to interact and make sure to just kind of stumble forward in a disheveled patrol towards the subscribe button. I think at the end it's really about maximizing those interactions, because that's what makes the gray flesh in my head get the right chemical lightning. So, you know, thinking about that in context, I'd like to ask Honey to sponsor this video. Listen, I know I'm a rookie, I'm an underdog, but you put me on that team, I'm gonna give it all I had. I can do Mr. Beast numbers for Mr. Bean prices. Okay, I've selected a video for us to watch and kind of revel in the absurdity of, maybe. The cinema in a life hack video is Lynchian, to say the least. The entire channel is one dream sequence away from being a Twin Peaks episode. The actors in all of the videos, child actors who played the Eraserhead baby. This is what Lars von Trier would make if he was confined to a G rating. Not PG, no parents for guidances, this is the G rating. This movie would be equally fit for a 95-year-old who survived the Vietnam War and like a goldfish. These videos plunge me into unforeseen darknesses like an Alaskan winter solstice or a Nordic winter. This is a parenting life hacks video from 2 days ago, and this is great because I recently just had my first baby boy. He is a nightmare, and whenever I show him on camera, my sensor turns a blinding white. It's like snowboarding in the sunshine. Actually, fuck that. I don't know. I don't need to know how to take care of a kid. I have an iPad mini, so let's just use their life hacks playlist with 410 videos. All right, here's one. So I'm just gonna live react to this. Let's see what's happening here. All right, 10 best spy hacks you should know.
If a guy is hiding with a phone in his hands, expect trouble. Candace has everything under control. Is there a picture of a girl on there? That's unacceptable.
Yeah, I'm gonna cut the shit. This is not interesting to watch or to react to, and I don't know why we ever thought it would be. We being commentary YouTubers as a whole. This is just a video that was made for children. Can I say that? This video was clearly 100% made for children to rot their brains on, and the fact that we appraise it or react to it as though like, oh, this is so weird. Why are they doing these things? Wouldn't it be crazy if we actually tried them? It's almost insulting, like, not only to, like, just the medium itself, but to the viewers, because it's like, of course these things weren't made to be fucking tried. That's why every single video, they're struggling to pull it off. Like, duh, a million, I cannot stress this enough. Of course, these things are not made to be, like, actually tried. These are made for 2-year-olds to, you know, burn mental energy on. You know, just enough mental energy so that their parents can go and, like, cook something in the other room. That's literally it. That's why all the backgrounds are colorful. That's why there's so many, like, sound effects. That's why they pump these videos out with almost no regards for quality, and they just make a ton of money off of them, okay? They're really profitable, and they're not meant to be consistent or anything. In fact, they're probably even meant to be confusing in the same way that, like, a kid's show is confusing. Like, Sesame Street has all of these animals in bright colors. That doesn't make sense. But I guess I could defend Sesame Street, you know, it's like educational, it's on a public broadcasting network, you know. This, on the other hand, this is inverted Sesame Street, but it is the exact same audience, and it's for the exact same reasons. And if we criticized it for that reason, you know, I might feel a bit better, but like, as we are talking about these life hacks and just making videos out of them, it's confusing. It's confusing that we keep on feigning surprise and confusion at life hacks. These aren't, like, terribly interesting. Every single one of them is meant to do the same thing, especially with a channel like Troom Troom. So, yeah, I guess we'll move on.
There's Sophie. So what's wrong? It's a disaster. Martin is a dirty cheater. This is Sophie's fine.
Is this a white woman? Odessa. Racial percentages. White 79.14. I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that this is a white woman. This looks like Medusa. This is villain shit. The lip lining is oh boy. Oh boy. Something particularly devious about this one, but the lip liner just makes it feel horrid. I can see her lips. I can see them. You're not fooling anybody. Goddamn. This is just such a menacing stance. Oh, she looks like she's about to hunt me. And considering the racial demographics of Ukraine, she might be. This is what they were trying to hit the first time they made Snooki in a lab. They just didn't get it quite right.
I can't help but wait for this.
I recently downloaded Tinder, like, again, just, you know, I don't know, because I'm lonely, and but I downloaded Tinder, and I was on Tinder the other day because, you know, like, using a Ouija board in a single cemetery doesn't work. 80% of the white women on Tinder, their, like, first photo is just, like, the most deep tones of cyan and orange you've ever seen. Like, otherworldly. Like, they took it on a planet from an indie game, you know? It's just, like, it's ridiculously vibrant. Anyways, I saw a girl who was very pretty, you know, like, heart bulge out of eyes. I raised my hat up like this, you know, like they did in the 20th century. Like, I was gonna take off my jacket and put it across the cyan water that she was standing in front of. But then I saw one of her favorite artists was Macklemore, and, like, my lungs flooded with dread. You know, my breath was baited, if you will. And then I saw that another one of her favorite artists was Greta Van Fleet. And here's the thought process that came along with that. Here's the Boolean logic puzzle that you know sprung into existence. So every musician I know hates Greta Van Fleet, right? And I don't understand the hate yet, but, like, what if one day it hits me and I understand it and I'm in too deep? And then, like, what if it's the wedding day and I'm just, like, listening to her music, like, in the car on the way to the venue, and I'm like, oh, That riff sounds a little bit like Led Zeppelin. Oh no. I couldn't handle that. I could not handle that. It would bring our relationship down like the limbo city from Inception when the dream collapses. And if that didn't happen, I would become like a Rate Your Music groupie. I would become so insufferable to her. I would just like, well, actually, Greta Van Fleet is really a product of their influences, you know. I think you can hear a lot of the Led Zeppelin in there, especially. And where other people, you know, were coming through on that sort of songwriting end, I really think that they fall flat. Anyways, Tinder. I'm scared of Tinder. And this Troom video is nothing. This is nothing. I don't know why we are still reacting to these. Commentary channels. Listen, I love you. I love you so dearly with my entire heart. You are who inspired me to start. You are who inspires me to keep going. Why are we still doing Troom or like life hack videos? If you're not bringing anything new to them, and I do see people bring new stuff to them, you know, like Danny Gonzalez did one where he like tested out kidnapping hacks. My friend Nick was in that. I love Nick. But like, if we're just reacting to life hacks videos, it's perplexing because of course it's nothing content. They're just making it for kids. But we never analyze it from that perspective. It bums me out. It really does bum me out. And this isn't meant to be like a call out video or anything like, hey, all these creators that I mentioned, do better. I am confused by what we're doing. And I'd like clarification on that. And if you can't give it to me, that's fine, okay? But anyways, Troom, bad channel, bad person. I would like the address for the CEO of Troom for normal reasons. I'm not going to do anything bad with that. All right, we got fucking life hack video. I'm also gonna sit on the side while you guys watch it, if that's okay. I'm gonna try to keep it minimum. Am I allowed to smoke? We don't have any cigarettes. Okay, do we have any Newports? Those are also cigarettes? What about Marlboros? What? I feel very out of my wheelhouse and disoriented. So, lucky versus unlucky summer vacation hacks. 18th summer hacks. So, all right.
Wipes? We just need the package. Hide money in a wipe package.
That's, yeah, that advice could be worse. For sure. I mean, the wallet, yeah, no, I mean, you definitely... Yeah.
Phew. So, I'm not a thief? Phew.
I'm actually smarter than these Troom riders, and I understand that you would still be a thief, even if you had not just stolen money. So let's keep going here.
Part of the body, and cover it with sunscreen. Wait for the sun to do its job. Here we go. My tan tattoo is ready.
That's a pretty good life hack, actually. There's gotta be something. There's gotta be some dumb shit in here, right? There's gotta be. Sorry, I chose this video on the pretense that it would sort of that like I would be able to like I wanted to seem smarter than these videos. Wait, actually, hold on. Do you guys mind if I get the thumbnail shot really quick for this video? Hold on, let me. I want it to be like, oh, these life hacks are crazy. The life hacks in 2021 are deranged. And then people will be like, let's go look at how crazy life hacks in 2021 are. One more thumbnail shot. Like, you know, like what? Yeah, I thought that was okay. I'll keep going.
I have to dig 2 little pits.
She's digging 2 little pits. That is technically a life hack, yeah. By the way, whatever Ro is doing, suck my dick. Nobody gives a shit. Nobody give it. Oh yeah, they want to see life hack videos. Idiot. They're not even coming here for you. Let's be real. The reason they're coming here is not to see you. Okay, what they want is they want to click on the video and they want to see crazy life hacks. They want to see somebody use like a watermelon to like iron a pair of pants. So I don't even know why you're like still going with the whole commentary thing at this point. You could start phoning it in like half of the effort and just go for that. Yeah, I don't really know if I understand you, but whatever. Holy shit, guys. I just paused the video, so you guys aren't going to be able to see this one. But they just suggested that you can use root beer and cornstarch to wash the rocks at the beach. Who's doing that, right? That's crazy. That's... Life hacks in 2021 are deranged. Should we get... I feel like we should get one more thumbnail shot. Do we think that was good enough? I feel like that was good enough. What do you think?
You could consider, like, talking about the implications.
No, I'm not going to do that.
The implications of...
You want me to talk about what? About the implications? Oh, I'm not doing that gay shit. You're weird. Do you want me to read the Communist Manifesto? Read Socialism, Scientific, and Utopian. Get off my dick.
I'm not trying to be...
You're weird.
Oh
You're a weirdo. Sorry, Ro is trying to tell me what to do with the video. Tell you what, I feel like I've watched enough of this. This was crazy. This was nuts. This is a crazy life hack video. can you edit my part for me? I haven't figured out Sony Vegas. And
We use Premiere Pro.
we use what? Well, it turns out life hacks are as irrational and unnecessary as the last time I checked on them, so. And I will be checking on them again in probably 5 to 6 months when the idea tank is empty. I will be doing this because I think that people enjoy watching life hack videos. I'm not sure how much longer people will enjoy watching life hack videos, but I'll keep going until they don't anymore. Not that I know when that will be, because as much as people want something different, creativity is incredibly draining, and these videos are my retirement fund, so. Isn't that fun? Isn't that funny? Some people spend all day, every day, toiling away at medium-defining art that nobody will ever see, genre-defining music that no one will ever hear, gorgeous clothes that no one will ever wear, and they never see a single cent for it. And that's not their fault, and it's not my fault. That's the fault of algorithms that have stopped optimizing themselves for enjoyment or creativity or boundless entertainment, but for watch time. And to reiterate, that's not my fault, and it's also not your fault. You know, neither of us knew this was happening until it was too late, frankly. If you were my age, you were a starry-eyed kid when all of a sudden entertainment started being free. It was crazy. Suddenly YouTube had like endless videos at no cost, Netflix had all of the shows for only $8 a month, and Spotify had every song you could ever want. You just had to download it and, you know, sit through the ads. Simply put, we just didn't know what was on the horizon, right? We didn't know that getting paid for making YouTube videos was the beginning of the end, that YouTube would do whatever it humanly could to keep your eyes glued to the screen, and of course that means, you know, whatever content creators were not keeping your eyes glued to the screen got kicked to the side. Unless they could start keeping your eyes glued to the screen, of course. And so even the funniest content creators you'd ever seen started having to make longer videos, bloating their content so that it would appeal to this unspoken force of nature on the internet. But even that wasn't enough. They needed to start selling before they even got on the screen. They needed thumbnails full of inflammatory, eye-catching, like, bullshit. And so as the substance of the videos became more drawn out, more vapid, less engaging, the pitch for this content became more enticing than ever, you know, constantly dragging more people in and then disappointing them. And I guess eventually people will have to snap. They'll see a pattern, they'll notice that every video is the same structure with the same jokes and the same themes and the same topics, and they'll lose it. They'll turn away and never look back at the creator. And that's what I thought. Because as kids these days go from life hack videos to Minecraft videos to commentary videos like mine, and each step feels marginally better than the last, I know that your parents still sit down and tune into Fallon or Kimmel whenever they can. Same joke every night, same gag every night. New celebrity, maybe. I don't think we should be bitter about this, though. I don't know. We were never meant to be better than that. You know, we were meant to compete with that. And we're doing exactly what's asked of us, you know? And it's killing some of us, I assume. Channels like Troom Troom are disgusting. Can we agree on that? I think they have the fucking 6ix9ine aesthetic going on. They're all walking the line between needing an epilepsy warning and a cease and desist, and they're all completely unsettling. I'm just kind of tired of content creators acting confused or surprised by this, because these videos aren't even intended to have a coherent through line. They're just meant to be mentally and visually stimulating to 2-year-olds, because the easiest way to just farm money in real life is to make videos for 2-year-olds on the internet. You can basically procedurally generate these videos. I think reacting to life hacks would be similar to like turning on an episode of Barney and being like, this is confusing, purple dinosaurs aren't real. I mean, life hacks are dumber, but like, it's content aimed at toddlers. I think it sucks that I, as a conscious adult, am subject to this involuntary cycle of producing income for random corporations while trying to support creators, but to think that children are being looped into this too is pretty sickening. We are not free of this as adults either, though. I mean, less than a month ago, I was a teenager, and they are amongst the most exploited group by corporations. In 1958, The New Yorker published an article saying, to some extent, the teenage market, and in fact the very notion of the teenager, has been created by the businessmen who exploit it. The word teenager was barely in use before the year 1944, and as soon as it was in use, it was used for profit. At least partially because teenagers were at a phase in their life where they finally had some sort of autonomy, money to spend, etc. But now money is not the spending force. Time is the spending force in essence, and children can spend it like hell, especially when their parents need to leave them in another room, right? Isn't that just like nightmarish? And isn't it even worse that my favorite content creators, you know, people who I enjoy, people who I look up to, probably feed into this cycle of just making... Hey, can you not unplug my light when I'm filming?
No, you're ruining the video.
What? You're ruining the video. You've been half-assing it this entire time. Do you just not care about anything we're doing?
No, I do care. It's just that you're a blatant hypocrite.
Are you chewing on the metal tab of a soda can? That's not the point.
You're gonna fuck up your teeth.
No, I'm gonna fuck up your teeth.
Okay, you're a jackass.
I'm not the one sitting here passing judgment on creators that I look up to so that I like appear to have the moral high ground. Did you ever think about that?
Okay, I'm not even trying to be a dick here, but I do have the moral high ground, like objectively.
Nope. That's just not true.
What?
You just don't have the high ground at all. You are low balling. You're far quadding. You are a low rider.
How? How is that the case?
Okay, so you want to complain about other channels appealing to audiences, but you're drowning in parasocial relationships, which like objectively helps you. You're appealing to niches using your identity. What else? You're doing the exact same fucking videos everybody else does, except just with like small twists.
I'm not doing the exact same thing as every single creator. I'm literally going out of my way to like put in levels and like twists. Isn't like that's interesting at least, right?
And if you take away the twist to the format that this video has, what is it about?
It's a video about life hacks, but you're ignoring the fact.
Is it really ignoring anything though? Is it really ignoring anything, or are you just sort of insecure about the fact that you want your videos to perform well, and you want to be able to use a clickbait title without feeling like you're making annoying content? Is that it?
Okay, step back from our argument. You're not winning anybody over by showing our hand. Okay? You know it's painfully obvious when you're just trying to absolve your creative guilt with like transparency. Everybody can tell.
Right back at you, dip dick. Suck my nuts.
Cool. No, we don't even have to talk. We don't even have to have a conversation. You can just say
Yeah,
shit.
okay, whatever. Go give a dog a gun or something. I don't
Hey,
care.
that is a funny running gag.
Let the bit die, bro.
Nothing is dying unless it gets shot by that fucking dog.
I don't care. Go fucking compile another resource list that's completely unnecessary for the video, because nobody even cares about what resources you used. You're a commentary channel. Idiot.
They are necessary. What? Look, these are necessary. These are. What if somebody wants to know where I got my mutant ape JPEG? Right?
Nobody gives a shit. Nobody gives a fuck how much effort you put into your content. Okay, your weird, like, pretentious standards are just making it endlessly difficult for you to make anything that satisfies you. You understand that, right? You understand, oh, you don't want to sell out, huh? Okay, what happens when you hit the first ad read? What happens when you need to make rent? Because you need to make rent too, right, asshole? Oh, but no, every single video has to be about you in the end. And every single video has to end with you fucking trauma dumping on a bunch of strangers for no goddamn reason. Right? Because you're better than everybody else. Because you have to show everybody that you're that much better. Well, I'll tell you something right now. You're better than nobody. Okay? And your views fucking show that. Alright? So make content that people want to fucking see, or shut up. I'm not apologizing. Like,
Yeah, you don't have to. Okay, I don't need that. I don't need your apology.
You're just like a worse Bo Burnham.
Okay, you do have to apologize for that. I am not fully white.
I'm just saying, I'm not dumb. I know you think I'm dumb, but I'm not dumb. And I don't just care about what I want. I care about what other people want to, okay? Because in the end, people making videos that you don't seem to like, they need to make rent too, okay? There's no ethical consumption under capitalism, but you like need to remember that creation becomes like a lot more obtuse as well. Ethical creation is difficult. You can't just shame everybody all at once. It's not productive.
Who says that I care about being productive?
Okay, well then what do you care about?
I care about being right. I care about being right.
I don't know if I can help you with that.
That's fine. Yeah, that's fine.
Also, text your landlord about a new key. It's not that hard. You're not actually stuck anywhere, okay? Well, it's been a crazy week and a half here at the Chateau Roehampton, and let me tell you, that black mold in the sink is not having any adverse effects on my squishy brain. I think we've all learned things this week, whether that being that my roommate actually goes to something called work and can't let me into the apartment whenever I want. I don't understand why they haven't stopped doing this to accommodate my needs, but many things confuse me in this life. I think the biggest thing I've learned in this time is that if you try to live off kettle barbecue chips, your stomach starts sounding like a bandsaw, and you have to contort like a worm to handle the pain. But maybe the real building key was the friends we made along the way. My landlord says that I can come pick it up from the office next week, but I thought they stopped making that show years ago. Just a little joke for any comedy heads in the audience. Really though, I'll probably lose it again at some point, because in the end, things come around more often than you think they will, and life is just learning the same lesson over and over until it sticks. But no, it's not. You should probably learn the first time. I think I just have unmedicated adult ADHD, and friends, say it with me, I need that Ritalin! You know what, I thought this video was about life hacks, but it really was about the wordless conflict within all of us. Sort of like how Paw Patrol is supposed to be a fun show for kids, but it's really propaganda. The old bait and switch, you know, start them young and then bam! They're shills for an imperialist empire. Classic. Thank you all for watching the video. I've been struggling lately. Just in general. I don't want to be dishonest, you know, I just struggle with making these videos feel like they're enough lately. They are only increasing in like effort and quality, which I'm happy about, but my brain and my body are like really tired. I think I have to take like a week off. Yeah, I think like after that point we can all, you know, sort of chill and then have a good time and keep doing videos. Not that I know any of you, but you get it. So what was the point of this video then, you know? Well, it wasn't to shit on content creators that I like. I can tell you that much. I find myself becoming upset with the landscape of content creation, and I also unproductively find myself blaming other content creators for that, which I don't think is right, to clarify, especially because I'm in a corner of YouTube with creators who I think are doing a good job. You know, they're not just phoning it in or anything. They're like trying to find a way to make things that they like that will also appeal to the algorithm, and that's what I'm trying to do as well, and I think that's fine. I think that's all good. My cynicism towards this is just cynicism towards like capitalism and the platform, more than these creators, you know, and I think this video just kind of was a way for me to slap some sense into myself. Okay, I've been working on this for way too long now, so I'm just going to go and edit it, and I'm kind of bummed about the state of the video so far, but I'm just gonna hope that I like it. Yeah. Take care of yourselves, take care of others, be kind to yourself and others. I'm going to take my own advice and take care of myself and just take a week off. Remember that you are loved. As always, it has been a pleasure. Bye.
I can't help but wait for the summer, waiting for the kiss of the sun, 'cause no one's over under feelings open, kind of glum. And if you really wanna love me, then you better send the best of you, the best of you. And if you really wanna love me, then you better send the best of you, the best of you. So send a letter saying it's alright.